Welcome to the last session today. So, I'm absolutely fantastic that I have so many people here in the room. So I just a crazy talk with Adnan and says, okay, Adnan, you have the most people in the room. Adnan tells me, no, you have the most people in the room. Why? We are the last sessions. So, and the most thing, we will also go to the city and go to party. So, but I have so many new information for you. And I love the product. I'm a Skype for Business man for all of our 14 years. My name is René Kammer. I work for 1 month ago, I switched my job to Avanaut. Avanaut is on the world a big company that helps with consulting big companies to switch to Azure, to switch to the cloud, and also to switch to Enterprice Voice in the cloud. Maybe the most people here tell, when I will use Enterprise Voice in the cloud, work or not work, I must switch the numbers to Microsoft or not, and each other thing. In this session, we talk about that. And the best way, what is the best way for Europe? Maybe, I don't know what you all people heard on the last days, that Microsoft announced that PSTN Calling for Germany, that's for German people are very interested, the preview program started for PSTN Calling. But I announced also that's not the only way that we have for enterprise voice enabling to the CloudPBX. I have a short agenda. So, for my aspect, use that hybrid. We talk about why use that hybrid. So, and the next couple of things, what exactly is a CloudConnector Edition? So most people understand that CloudConnector Edition is a hardware and software came from Microsoft and install that, but no, it's more. It's many more. And that's the thing that I can tell you what is it correctly, that you have a best understanding why you must use that. And the next thing is how to view CCE. We look on what the CCE do and what will help you for a better understanding that you can switch today your enterprise voice to the cloud with CloudConnector Edition. And I'm a technical people, so I'm not a pre-sales guy, I'm a deep dive technical people. I work for voice over IP over 15 years, so also as a consultant, and port requirement for the CloudConnector Edition from the internal and external network is absolutely must have. So we have a special thing that when we use a normal Skype for Business solution for Edge, we have a port range for the Edge we must open. But there's a different port between the Edge and the CCE. When I use that, it's a little bit different. And then we talk about a little bit over the possible site architecture for reference. And that I can tell you on this slide stand a date. And this date is when the coexistence are available. And for me it's a pleasure that I have announced that I can tell you the slide. Then we configure the CloudConnector Edition to integrate to your Office 365 tenant. You must do a little bit, yeah. A little bit PowerShelling, yeah. And a little bit of certificates. Certificates is the amazing thing that we have when we talk about Skype for Business, we talk about certificates. So, and that's the amazing thing. What are the next 6+ months coming out? For Office 365 CloudPBX and for the CCE. Why hybrid PSTN? When I talk that with Microsoft and with the most customer, we have from the customer aspect, the most customer, and also I hope so that you also there. How many people have a normal in a company a normal PSTN connection? How many from here in the room? Okay. How many people here in the room have a zip connection? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 50-50. Okay, that's great. But the most have of zip connection or a local PSTN connection, you have a provider, a carrier that you have good planning for pricings, for local prices, national prices, international prices, mobile prices, etc., etc. So 80% of the enterprise has that. And mobile, normally, not for one offers, for complete offices that the company have. So that's a thing. When I switch to PSTN calling, what I'm doing, I switch to carrier. And yet there's an interesting thing that Microsoft announced on the complete world only minutes packages with S, L, M, XL. You pay minutes. 10 minutes, 100 minutes, 1,000 minutes, 10,000 minutes. So I have no explained correctly the limit date and the packages, but you pay a complete minute package. So the most companies have a contract with a carrier that have flats. So, and when you have flat rates, then PSTN calling is not the right way. But hybrid PSTN is a way for you. Also for that you can use the PSTN numbers directly with the CloudPBX, with all features. And that's for me amazing. And the problem is that Microsoft, MSFT PSTN, that's a PSTN calling, maybe 50% of the complete Office 365 bases have Microsoft also momentarily announced that we will PSTN calling available. So we are in Germany, we are in the preview phase. So that is, and we have countries that have not trust Microsoft for PSTN. Yeah, so when I talked with India or China, we have a problem with that. So, and these countries also must have a solution for that. And maybe the offering for native PSTN in the most countries are very high. So like zip carriers are available with very slow prices and each other things. So you have you can switch the carrier what you will. So, and without open PSTN market, and that's the thing that you use when you use the PSTN calling for Microsoft, then you give the complete rights to Microsoft to Microsoft has the complete rights to your numbers. And you tell Microsoft, hey, I must have a new number, and Microsoft gives you a new number from your numbering plan. So, but normally, in a normal telephone system, I have my carrier. My carrier have all numbers available to my trunk. And I check my PSTN telephone system. This number will I yet use or not? And when you use PSTN calling, then you have a different way. Not a wrong way, but a different way. And for most companies, large companies, is that a big discussion. Yeah, and we found a solution for that. Microsoft also repaired the deployment for CloudPBX globally without resolution friction. Yeah, and Microsoft collaborates, and that's also an announcement for Germany. Microsoft is not a PSTN carrier in Germany. I don't know what my surface does there. So here I have a white labeling carrier. That's behind there a global carrier to have access to the carrier market. So that's also you must understand. And Microsoft do that in many countries. That's very complicated for telecommunication right management to understand what a PSTN carrier must do. So that's maybe the first that you must understand when we talk about hybrid. So when we start with the CloudConnector Edition, what exactly is about the CloudConnector Edition? So the CloudConnector Edition is a set for 4 virtual machines. Yeah? That Microsoft announced that you must have a hardware with a Windows 2012 data center. Many people ask me, can I use Windows 2016 data center? Momentarily, not. That's Microsoft have a big discussion with that. While in 2016 we have a better Hyper-V manager and Hyper-V technologies, but the thing is that it's a very special solution. And the thing is that is a part of the cloud service. So most people see that we have a CMS, we have an Edge, we have an AD, Active Directory server included. So, but that's apart from the cloud services. That's not from your on-prem system. Microsoft gives you, apart from the cloud, that you can use it directly locally. But Microsoft do that with that you must have updated the system. The CloudConnector Edition today have an automatically update mechanisms, but you can disable that. Microsoft tell every people, when you disable, maybe you have a policy that no system will be automatically updated. So then you have only chance to wait 2 updates. After 2 updates, the servers are going down. Yeah, but while the compatibility from the cloud services and your on-prem services must be on the same level. You're on the on-prem, you have a part from the cloud services. So, and the thing is that for legacy existing PBX, like Cisco, Avaya, Unify, Alcatel, whatever, you can use it. On-prem PSN connection, zip trunk, E1 trunks, with gateways, Sonos, audio codes, TE systems, any node, whatever certificate gateways that you can use. Analog telephone. Yeah, how many from you here in the room see a normal Skype for Business solution, analog phones? Many. So analog phones can be in an elevator, or can be due for a door and each other things. So that's the thing. The customer has that, and he not lose that. So we must have the solution for that. Special functions like a call center, maybe, yeah. And the most people have when we talk about call center, that a big call center like 100 or 2,000 agents. No. Well, on the market, we found many companies that have small call center with 3, 5, 10 agents. That's also call center with the call center features. What we also have is, and that's for me amazing, that we have partners, and Microsoft announced that. That's an official announcement from Microsoft. That is absolutely, for me, amazing. That Microsoft had 2 announcements for Sonos and audio codes for helping people for pre-deployment. Use a gateway use Audicode or Sonos, include the CCE. So, and you can switch the prices for that, and maybe you have one box. Not more hardware that's standing by the customer. You have one box, and that's amazing. And the two options that we have is momentarily runs the customer solution on their own hardware. Yes, Microsoft will switch that to Azure. That's for long term the project, but for long term. First, we must have a hardware. Microsoft do for 2 hardware solutions for 500 simultaneous calls or 50 simultaneous calls, and we have the second pre-deployment by appliance from partners, Audicode to Sonos. How to use CCE? Yeah, CCE, and I tell you in the last slides also, is an extension of the SFOB service from the cloud. It is not a standalone system like a Skype for Business solution. And that's the difference that many partners don't understand the CCE the first time. And you see that 99 is the available time that Microsoft does that. And that's also the controls updating. And we are momentarily in a phase that I can tell you every month became the CCE an update. Internal when you are in the preview program, or every 3 months when you're not going to the preview program. And that's, you see that Microsoft do many things. So the things that we are launched in the next, maybe in this month, is a GA for media bypass. What's media bypass? How many people here in the room have idea of a media bypass? Holger, yeah. Well, when you have no idea from media bypass, then I have a big problem in Germany. So, okay. So media bypass, what is it? Media bypass is very simple. Normally, the call signaling go to the cloud, and the mediation server have handling the complete call. When you use a CCE, the mediation server on the hardware has the complete media streaming to a switch to the clients. That is a higher last for the CPU and RAM. So, and the media bypass allows the gateway to switch the UDP stream directly from the gateway to the clients. Only the signaling goes to the cloud, but the media stream goes directly from the gateway to the client, not over the mediation server service. And that's a good thing. Why? You have a better latency. And you
basically the same media bypass function like you have on premise.
Correctly. Absolutely. But in the CCE, it's new. The CCE, when you have 3 months ago, then we have no media bypass. And that was the thing that when you see the technical details, only 500 calls, simultaneous calls can be used. In normal with media bypass enabling, we have maybe 1,800 till 2,000 calls handling. Holger, what you said, only the same, but more than 500. So, and that's the thing that it's very possible that we also have the same as we have on-prem that we have. So, and that's also thing when you use PSTN calling, you cannot manipulate numbers or each other thing. Yeah? Clip no screening is not available. But when you use the CCE, you are the admin. You can use that. And that's amazing. So, and you can directly manipulate the sites also there. So the cost scenario is a trial, simple to option and setup. The setup is very easy. Yeah, you must have a data center edition. So download the setup, start the setup, and the setup to download normally. I said normally. Download the complete virtual machines. And then you must have a little bit configured that, but that's very simple. When we start with the CCE, it was a challenge. Here, maybe, but today, Microsoft have absolutely good doing instruction for helping every people to install the CC correctly. So the deploying phase is also very simple. Well, you can migrate it. You can also migrate it. It's very simple. And the using is also simple. Well, after you have correctly installed that, you can use, every people can switch the numbers and have access with that. So, yes, that's, I learned so that's 18 plus must have, but the problem is that I must have a bigger per slide and put all the information. And that's, I'm sorry for that, that you are on the last seat, that you have a little bit problem to view what stand on the slide. But also all the slides you can download that from the team, so that you can watch it. That's a graph that you see what the traffic are coming out when you use a CCE. And that's the thing. I have a new presentation that I learned that I must use that here. And now, okay, I see that here, but
normally you can show
yes, it's also that's my first time that. So, yeah, so new technology also for me. So, okay, the first thing we see that here, the CC components. You see that we have a mediation server on the edge, a storage, and a domain controller. That's the 4 virtual machines that are included in the CCE. And when we started the traffic, we have the zip traffic, and we have the peer-to-peer network traffic. All the traffics, instant messaging, presence, going directly to the cloud. Only the traffic for the PSTN conferencing will go into the mediation server. That till that the day will call John, then we started the combination to the cloud to the edge, while we are external, and the edge go to PSTN. And after that, the media streaming are directly to the mediation server. That's without media bypass. When we have media bypass, then we have the directly to the PSTN gateway, directly. That's the same as on-prem. So, but the normal traffic, IAM presence or conference traffic, go to the cloud. All the conference services from the cloud, then the media stream go to the cloud. So also data traffic or each other thing when you share your desktop or each other thing, maybe then you have a direct cloud connection. But when you have a PSTN connection, you are internal. Yeah.
How will the scenario look like when you have multiple sites in one?
When you have a multiple site, it's a little bit different. We came a little bit later when I have a link that you can read all the doing for when you have multiple sites. That's for Microsoft have a special site for that to help to integrate that. So the port requirements, and also I'm very sorry about that, but I'm so many ports. So okay, that you also see that we have many ports. So and additional is a thing we have this port 50,000 till 59,999 must be open UDP and TCP to the cloud. Yeah, but I'm also sorry for that, but that's too complicated to split up that. And the problem is with every version can be changed Microsoft supports. That are on the down, you see the correct article from Microsoft that are really fast to update it from Microsoft with when a new CC version coming out. So please go use that as an example and go to the article and watch what's the newest information from Microsoft. That switched every week. I have, for me, I came so that Microsoft do every week. But also there, Microsoft have for Skype for Business, for CloudPBX, around 268 edge server deployed. So how many people here in the room says for Office 365, for Skype for Business Online or CloudPBX, I must have an express route? Okay, a project team from customer tell you that. Okay, maybe I learned that from Microsoft that from this year Microsoft will not allow the most people to have an express route directly to Office 365. That's a difference to like Azure. Office 365, we have no express routes. We have quality of service. Microsoft announced that all 268 edge servers that Microsoft deployed on each region that accept quality of service and help over quality of service to the best way for quality. So, also when you use cloud, Microsoft announced that Blue Code is the only way when you will use cloud, PBX or Skype for Business Online, and the customer will have a proxy system. Many customers have proxy systems, like McAfee or each other things. But most things have a problem with UDP. And with the port 443 that we use in the Skype for Business solution. So, and that's the thing Microsoft announced, official, that Blue Code is the only way today for when you will use proxy systems. Check that out. That's very important. The possible architecture for reference. And now, look on the date or maybe the month. This is an example, the type 1 CloudPBX with PSTN, Microsoft PSTN Calling. Yeah, that's the first way that Microsoft will do. The second way is CloudPBX with central size on-prem PSTN connectivity, zip trunks with no local PSTN. And type 3 is with on-premise PSTN connection. Each site has its own PSTN breakout. And this is the thing, when we talk about that, maybe we can use a cloud connector, but the most people have a link system, office communication systems, on-prem installed today. So, and Microsoft go to the cloud. Yeah, that's the best way, but when you have 400 people you switch in the cloud, then you must what must you do with the on-prem system? So, and you must have also as an exchange, you must have a component on-prem. Then you can use a hybrid. So, and that's a really problem today. And Microsoft says, okay, in August 2016, last year, no, 17 this year, came the CCE as a coexistent solution. For this, we must have the CU6 on the Skype for Business server. Microsoft also announced that you can also use when the customer has a link server 2013. These two versions have access to the CCE coexistence. Only this. Also for the link 2013, you must have a special CU that have update your Edge server. That the Edge server is a component that's connected to the cloud, and that's a different thing for this the CloudConnector Edition. But Microsoft announced, that's an official announcement from Microsoft, coexistent August 2017. Maybe, I don't know why it says 16. So, configuration, CloudConnector Edition. So, and maybe you can read everything on the Technic article. For me, it's a thing that use. I have a little bit problem with, okay, don't use that. When you will use Skype for Business online or CloudPBX, maybe CloudPBX is another word for Skype for Business online with more features. Right? So I tell every people that's Skype for Business online here with more features. So then you must have set your tenant to a hybrid configuration per destination. And that's when you have multi-site, you have there a special configuration of that. Here, that you have more access edge FQDNs and use on-prem dial plan to false. That's a must-have. You must use the online dial plan. And then you must set the tenant federation configuration to shared zip address space, but that's when you must also when you go to a hybrid solution. So after that, enabling user for CloudPBX and voice mail services. And that's a thing that's a little bit different. I broke my fingers while the system don't use correctly that. When you see normally every PowerShell commandlet for online for Microsoft Skype for Business has set CS online. So here is a PowerShell command that can be used on-prem, but we can also use that online. And when you are in a hybrid configuration and do that from the front end, Skype for Business front end, then you have a little bit problems that the Skype for Business on-prem says that's a commandlet for on-prem systems. So that you use that only from your private PC. Yeah, that's the best way for that. When you use that, you put that commandlet and it don't work in the cloud. It's not enabling. So while the same PowerShell commandlet is available for on-prem. And what do you see? You see set CS user, the identity from the CS user, René.Kammer@evernight.com, minus Enterprice Voice enabling true, hosted voicemail true, and that's the difference. When we are in a hybrid solution, Microsoft use the Exchange solution. When you are a direct user with PSTN calling, then you have the new voicemail solution. The new voicemail solution for Microsoft is coming up over the Azure Media Services and is not included on the Exchange. But in a hybrid solution, momentarily Microsoft use the Exchange Unified Messaging Rule services from Exchange Online. So that you must understand that is a little bit different when you have PSTN calling feature or you have the CloudConnector Edition, then you have a little bit different from the voicemail services. And after that, you have a telephone number, your telephone number that you will put from on-prem to the cloud. So when you verify that, I have a little bit script. You see that we have a variable that gives the online user, checks that for it's a voice enabled, hostmail voicemail, and the user voice policy. Why is a voicemail policy? The voice policy, we have today a chance to generate own voicemail policies in the cloud. And maybe you must have a good understanding for generate voicemail policies, then do that. But when you do that, important, when your tenant are switching, then you lost all private policies. Microsoft are momentarily not legal to save the customizing policies, voice policies, and put it to the new tenant and switch it. That can be then when you put the services in the cloud up, use online CM, and you must have more performance, then Microsoft go and switch you to a higher performance tenant. That's the Microsoft service, and you must check is the policy there or not. The user have enabled that policy, but when the policy are not there, then you have error, and the system don't work correctly. So that is a little bit different changes that we have, but maybe the normal thing is a national and international enabling for the voice policy. That's for the most people, it's work. So. And then when you says, okay, I have a person, I have my cleaning person that I will not use that he or she can call to Turkey or to India or each other things, then you can SAS over grant CS voice routing policy with the policy name international call disallowed, and move it to the user, then the user have only national rights. So that's maybe normally every people have international call allowed. When you will not do that, you must disable it. Also, when you assign users to PSTN sites, and that's for the multiple sites, is that also when you have many site names included, then you must switch it over there. So, yeah, I checked the time, so I'm very good on the time. So, yeah, I have a big. I will announce that you became the slide, that you have a good understanding in the slide what must we do. That I have many texts on that, but the texts are not interested. The thing on the CCE is that we have a mediation server. And normally on-prem, when we have an on-prem system to go to federation, or what's the name of the federation services? When we have that. when we will go to federate to other companies, what is the service record for that? Zip Federation TLS, correctly. So Zip Federation TLS. So the Zip Federation TLS going to my zip access, my edge. So also my edge have audio video included. So the AV, and the AV also go to the edge server. In the CCE we have a mediation server, and that's one of the typical CCE things that a normal hybrid solution, that a normal Skype for Business on-prem without CCE, and you put it Enterprise Voice enabled to the cloud. That's a third way that you have the right access for that. Then you have the problem, the mediation server have no directly access to the internet. On the CCE, we are standing with the mediation server in a DM set externally, and we have our own full qualified domain name for that. That is the thing that's a service point from the cloud to the CloudPBX. That's when you have a long network connection from the cloud to your on-prem system. That's the same way for us from Microsoft aspect. So, and you must give the online service the right name from the on-prem service. Yeah, that's very interesting. When I give you my address, then you can find me. Yeah? And then you can pick up me. When I said, can you pick up me? But I sent you not the address, then you have the right that you can pick up me, but you cannot find me. So, and this is the thing that with that CS hybrid mediation server with identity and display name is free. With FQDN, the mediation server FQDN is an external FQDN name with access proxy external FQDN. That's the edge, the zip address from the edge. So, and that the right things of that. And with that, you have completely access, and that's the thing. You have completely access to all features from the CloudPBX. With groups, with auto-attend, and the new services that became in the future. What can be in the next 6+ months from Microsoft aspect? So now we are finished. We are in June. Microsoft announced the first current year, 2017, with call queues, voicemail settings, transcription, simple phone, Skype UI on IP phones, and customer dial plans. PSTN Calling in Spain preview, also in Germany, also in Netherlands and Luxembourg, CloudConnector update for SCOM. But the interesting thing for the next 6 months plus is what's coming next in this year, in the current year 2017. Originally A2A, auto-attend, and call queue enhancements. And that's the thing that with that, we have the same features that we have on-prem. That's for me amazing. IP phone policies for common area phones. Coming, maybe, from my aspect, it will come maybe in Q4. We have also when the user are in the cloud directly, can use common area phones. Yeah? Normally for on-prem, it's normal. But for online, it's maybe a little bit complicated. Auto-attend consoles via partner, like Matt Landis. Yeah? Maybe it's work. The APIs are there, and Microsoft worked with the partners for the partners became the APIs very fast to put the third-party applications to the cloud. Dynamic enhanced 911. Yeah, maybe. When I start with Microsoft's Link solution, I don't understand enhanced 911 for my first time. I'm German people in Germany. We call 112 or 110. We have two numbers. So, but with Skype for Business, on-prem, Microsoft switched that with CU3 or CU2, CU3, that enhanced 911 can also have multiple numbers. And that's an amazing thing that also in Europe you can use that. And with that, and that's the thing that Microsoft will announce, is that when we are in cloud, we have a problem. So people can sitting here in Greece, or can sitting in New York, or sitting in Munich or Düsseldorf. So we have no idea first. But the people must have what's the street. I'm working for a company, we have multiple offices, and I can go to an office and can work in the office. But when I have an emergency call, then I have no idea in Düsseldorf what's the street, and so I'm not work every day in the office, so that's the thing. And with this solution, we became all information. So that's normally for on-prem, but in the cloud, we have a future request for that, and this will coming. Also, analog support via partner. Yeah.
Will the emergency services be able to use the E911 information that you're sending them?
That's an interesting.
Because, in the past, it didn't make sense because, of course, you can configure it, but the emergency services, for example, in Austria, they have no idea what.
Correctly.
E911.
Correctly. Absolutely correctly. And that's the thing for US. It's worked completely. That's a transfer directly to the enhanced 911 service, all the information. So, but for the rest of the world, we have the chance to see on the phone all the location information discoveries. So when I work with enhanced 911, but it's not sending. It's only for emergency. That the people have stand on the call, on the phone, or on the display on my computer. This is my street, this is my room number, and each other thing. So, but the sending to the emergency center are not working. Yeah. But that's also helping European people that you are not directly working in one office. So, and analog support, yeah, analog support, the idea from Microsoft is that you can, the analog ATA connected directly to the cloud. For my aspect is that it's a good way, but maybe the second, the next thing is multi-line appearance. That's maybe a good thing for my aspect. Multi-line appearance is that you have not one number, you have more private number. That's the same that we have on-prem. So, and when you see call parking are also available this year. So, and as after that, we have all features from on-prem in the cloud. Yes! Yeah, that's for me amazing. Yes, this year, after this year, we can say, yes, all features from on-prem are in the cloud. Yes. So, and with PSTN Calling, we have also a solution for companies that will go directly to Microsoft. Also, with the CCE, we have a solution for companies that will have own carrier. Media Bypass is a TAP program GA summer 2017. In a short term, coexisting between, you see that, was August, maybe I said August, September, but came in this 2 months. Improve diagnostic reporting. That's interested that the CCE can also, that's the plan, the reporting information from the on-prem side go to the cloud. You have also the complete access from your WAN also included. Maybe the end of winter 2018. That's for Microsoft the short term, and for mid-term, and that are things that we have reduced hardware, software costs. That's the switching to Azure. Will come, maybe I said, not before 2019. That's the problem with the Azure stack today. So that's the Azure stack must be updated, and then Microsoft can do that. So that's from the technology aspect. Want to know? I have many good articles for you to find all the information that I have this 1 hour to do. Here you can download the slides. You must not photos for that. Also there, thank you for all sponsors that helping here for amazing, fantastic community summit. Also, so for my aspect, thank you that you are here in the room. We are the last session, so that we are also yet have things that we can do, learn about Telesoniki and go to a good party tonight. So when you will go, follow me. Go to Twitter @Kammer2000, that's my nickname, or go to my blog, sfbnews.com, or email me when you have a question. We have a closed federation that email me with your access edge, then I can short announce my company that we can federate it. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful evening with me, and I hope I see you in the next couple of minutes downstairs. Thank you.